Hi there, this is Dr. Patty Ann, and I have been posting blogs and podcasts for quite some time now. And I keep getting requests to do solo podcasts. So today is my inaugural podcast. And what I want to talk about is yesterday I had a blog published on the do's and don'ts of the holiday office party. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about that because I cannot overemphasize how many careers that had been on an upward trajectory crashed and burned because of behavior at the holiday office party or because somebody didn't attend the holiday party. So here's what I want to share with you. If you have an in-person office holiday party, even if it is marketed as being voluntary and you don't have to go and you don't have to worry about it, my professional advice is for you to please go. Do not blow off this party. Why? Because it can erroneously be your absence at the party can erroneously be misinterpreted as either not caring about the culture, not caring about the people, doing what you just need to do, the minimum amount of work to get by. And it can really hurt how you're perceived at the company. Now, I can hear you thinking, that's ridiculous. Just because I blow off a party or don't go to a party, none of that is true. Nobody would interpret my absence that way. But I am telling you, it can be. So why even create the sense that maybe that's true? Don't put any doubt into anybody's head that you're not a team player. So having said that, I cannot overemphasize that you should absolutely go to the holiday party. Do not blow it off. But when you go, you need to be strategic in your presence there. Now, listen, I can hear you all thinking, oh my gosh, Dr. Patty, and it's just a party and making a big deal out of it. Here's the bottom line. It is really a work event. It is a work event masquerading as a party. Yes, there's probably great music and there's probably great food and awesome booze, and everybody's in a festive mood and the room is decorated beautifully. All of that is true. But your behavior at this event will not or should not be exactly the same behavior you would have at a holiday party with your family and friends, right? So here's what you need to do. Before you even go to the party, you need to prep in two significant ways. One, find out what the dress code is. You don't want to overdress, you don't want to underdress, and you absolutely, ladies, you do not want to be slinking in any seductive clothing, okay? And guys, the same for you too. You don't want to have a tight shirt that's, showing every muscle in your body. It's just not appropriate dress for the office. But find out how casual and how formal and how casual the event should be. If you don't know, there is always that person in the office, always that person that knows these things. So ask them. And you can also ask anybody who attended the party the year before. Okay? So make sure you attend the party appropriately dressed. Secondly, I want you to treat the office holiday party as a very significant networking event. Okay? It's an opportunity. Yes, you can have fun, and I want you to have fun, but I also want you to maximize your time there. Take advantage of the fact that colleagues will be there, supervisors will be there, the leadership team will be there, or I think they will. All right? And use it as an opportunity to network, to bolster your visibility and create relationships that will help you in the long run in your career, not overnight. So, how do you effectively network? One, see if you can get a list of the names of the people that will be there. and find out something about them. And strategically think about who you would like to meet that you would otherwise never have the opportunity to interact with. Okay. And then, okay, so there's that. And then also use it as an opportunity to get to know your colleagues in a more informal way, right? It's sometimes people that you work with might come across as curmudgeons, and you might be like, oh my gosh, this guy's like boring or not fun. But when you have a chance to socialize with them outside of the office setting in a more informal setting, you might find out you have more in common with them than you thought, and that they really are fun, and maybe they have a dry sense of humor that you were never exposed to because your interaction with them was always so laser focused on the work. Okay, so be strategic, know who's attending, and then make it your business to meet people that you would like to develop a healthy, positive, authentic relationship with. All right. So that's very important. And then what you want to do is you want to have an appropriate conversation. And that means do not talk about how you're the best thing since sliced bread at work. Nobody's smarter than you. Nobody works harder than you. All of that good stuff. Do not bring that up. This is, after all, a party. Okay, this is not an opportunity for you to that blatantly promote yourself. What you're trying to do is to create a relationship. Okay, so you don't want to talk about that. What you want to do is you want to try to create a connection in a way where you have something in common. So you can ask the person about themselves and say, you know, I never really get a chance to talk to you. I'm just curious. Do you have a family, or what are your hobbies, or what are your passions? And then just make a connection on that. Okay. Keep it short and sweet, and then move on. Try to find a way that will make you memorable in a positive way to that person. Perhaps you share a sports team in common that you both love, or perhaps you both love to do gourmet cooking. All right. Try to find something that's a genuine, authentic connection that has nothing to do with work, but has everything to do with you as being a person. Okay? Very important. And then the last thing I want to say is please do not overdrink. All right? It is not cool. It is not funny to get slobbery drunk at a party where people will remember you, stammering your words, or, tripping over your feet. And certainly you don't want to be dancing on the table with the lampshade on your head. Okay. You'll be memorable, but not in a way that you want to be memorable. Okay. And that's the way where people really get themselves into trouble. So don't overdrink. And then also when it comes to food, be careful, right? If they have like the little meatballs, just make sure the sauce doesn't end up running down the top of your shirt. Right? Just and don't talk and speak with your mouth full so you look like a chipmunk. Okay? Be very, very mindful of that. And then of course, do not tell any inappropriate jokes or say anything that you would not want posted on the front page of the New York Post or the New York Times. All right? So having said all this, I do want you to go. I do want you to have fun. I do want you to enjoy your colleagues. But remember, it is a work function masquerading as a party. And that concludes my inaugural solo podcast for Dr. Patty Ann's podcast. So make sure you check out my website, drpattyann.com, and subscribe to this podcast, Dr. Patty Ann's podcast. And I'm on all other social media platforms. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ping me. Until next time, be well.